Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Studio once again in Fantasia Comic Studio for another time as well. But today we're going to be reviewing for like those things, but we cannot able to do it for around here due to the inappropriacy, like any kinds of other kinds of comics around here for the older comics had been removed. And so today we're going to be investigate no, I'm not gonna be to do this as well. I'm going to be investigate user comics for a round of those things. Any of those characters like this wouldn't be actually to do so as well. But most likely deleted comics from themselves wasn't going to be exist anymore. What exactly that we're going to be finding out whatsoever. And I'm not gonna be proving what is going on for themselves as well for the rest of their lives that cannot able to be seen from some sort of other kinds of countries and many more and other kinds of stuff as well. Probably that never says of the description as well. Even it's developed or maintained by Harmony 7. Even more users like themselves isn't going to be for around here and probably many more Stupidity Comic Studios, and Brookside Sanatorium, and the TORC Comic Studio. So, many more have been a little bit taken down as well. For many more studios like themselves wasn't going to be for some sort of like those things as the comic creators themselves. So, even for many more that I just didn't absolutely have. She was possessed with anime characters like themselves. Even this is actually for the previous things that I probably review like this. Even though many more other kinds of people like this aren't probably could be for around here. And more extra sprites like this, there is absolutely nothing anywhere. Unless there is a little bit pretty more that look like this. And even is actually going to be clicking around here for 3 round here for just adding for something. I never reviewed for some. Oh my gosh, this is actually for total drama like this. This is absolutely pretty nuts as well. So this time we're gonna be find out for some user comics, and probably places like themselves aren't beautiful like them. I'm gonna be scroll down, and probably Harmony 7 has just changed a lot. And I never believed that we just saw something. It's not a little bit different. And probably this isn't going to be for some sort of doing about for this thing as well. Unless she was in Roblox and she might going to be terminated soon for the inappropriacy like this and not suitable from anyone as well. Appropriate things are probably going to be only for use, and it's not going to be fine actually going to do this as well. So let's try to review something as well, and any more of those characters like themselves could be for around here aren't like the princess itself isn't going to be supposed to be. Even a few months and a tiles of a lot of weeks ago that completely updated itself and deleted anything as well. Probably includes for the cats that features and for some sort of like this. And not many of like this thing as well. And things have probably completely changed. That original character probably looked like this. And it is a few months ago, could be for around for some kind of this as well. And this is absolutely for the original clothing. And that we're not going to be pretty sure this isn't going to be about. Her clothing could be a black coat, a black cloth, and that her bow tie could be the same as well. And another kinds of other kinds of assets like her could be from these, and pretty uncensored like those things. Her new clothes could be color red, and probably that same as this, but no longer like anything as well. that her green bow tie could be for on her neck or on top of her head. I never believe what is not going to be going on around here. So nothing that should be able to be to do this as well. Because due to the announcement that is completely shocked like those things. Unless we're going to move around for the oldest as well. Due to some kind of inappropriacy has just gotten anything but even more weirder as well. Her original clothing was actually for this thing as well. And I'm not pretty sure this is actually like this thing as well. So her new clothing for a round of this could be for a round for unknown reference. She looked black, and I never believed that was not gonna be going to do this as well. Even like as Miyuki as the Princess Miruku killed like this. Oh, this is not going to be for around here. So this is actually for the first couple of pages, and I'm not gonna be pretty able to do so as well. So the top rating could be for right there. So there is no current anything for a round of those things as well. So she covered her middle hip, as I'm not pretty sure. This isn't going to be for around here. And probably right there isn't going to be for around here. I have seen for some sort of the original clothing, but never to be saw around here due to the replacements as well. Because of probably like this wasn't going to be as well. So she decided to change into some kind of exclusive like themselves, that original clothing like this, and probably change into something even more ridiculous as well. So I have nothing to change around for this thing as well. So this is actually for only one thing as well. Things have just changed like anything before. The result is unusual, and probably there must be anything as well that the princess was probably gone for a little bit for one thing as well. But I made a Weasel News comic post, but I never able to be posting for this thing as well because it wasn't going to be for some sort of like the victim as this thing as well that they just completely made. So nothing about for some sort of like the real human machine committing violence like this. It wasn't actually like the terrorists like those things as well. Her original clothing could be for round as for a red dress, shoes, an original crown, like sharper bare cated hands or nothing that I'm not gonna be supposed to be as well. But the new clothing could be for as far more worse than it's not going to be for about to do today as well. And I'm not going to be for probably like this. Her original eyes could be for like this, but things have just changed into something not appropriate like this thing as well. And I never definitely sing like this, but almost look like Elena from Avalo as well. So even that the crown could be small, and even for the necklace could be the same like this, but not even possible that original hair could be for unstylish as well. But things have just turned and changed like this, especially. It was renovated like this, and I cannot believe it. This isn't gonna be actually for whatsoever. And Yume was an evil mastermind, and I'm not pretty sure. That doesn't able to be changed for this only one thing. It's just like the same design, and of course that won't be even possible as well. So another kinds of like those things isn't going to be for such as a little bit as well. For some sort of extras like this could be as not really possible as well. I'm not pretty close to do this, but I never seen for some sort of like this thing as well. For the oldest, some kind of like this isn't going to be for around here. So the added pearls like this could be for around here as Paris. The original clothing was inappropriate, but that change into appropriate version could be for wearing some sort of a racket. But now she has more blood like those things that I cannot believe it. I'm not gonna be pretty sure this isn't gonna be for probably like it's saying. But seeing those drafts was absolutely kind of awful for doing something really. Doing this is mating like those things or human mating as well. So probably it's 724 by the way. So I cannot believe it. That was the entire case of the Fantasia Comic Studio or Fantasia Comic Studio. And that wasn't going to be for such as a little bit appropriate. And I don't believe it. It was unusual. So the link is going to be in description once again in order to find something as well. Thanks for watching, for all your support, but don't forget, it's going to be at the age of 18 for around here. Everything has no submitted sprites for any other kinds like this. There's nothing especially, and that won't be possible like this. So thanks again, and I'll talk to you Mini Lads and Comic Studio users all later. And thanks for watching, and have a nice day. That I just quietly saying. And I'm gonna be signing off by the way.